Warning, this video is only for 14 and up, and if you're under, please leave this video because I will not be accused of something I don't want to be accused of. Please, if you're under, leave the video. Stories go through the air. You can listen and you cannot. But stories are here to help. Understand what is right and what is wrong. But sometimes stories can do the opposite. There's no right or wrong. You have to form your own opinion. But that is not what you're here for. You're here to listen to this silly little god of this channel. Listens to his mind going on about his stories, about the different worlds where he's traveling to, and where he can make some small different in a timeline. Welcome to the Blue Mask What If channel. Hello everyone, this is Blue Mask and welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys will enjoy. Let's begin. Hello everyone, this is Blue Mask and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys will enjoy this next part of What If Belle Cranel was a Sheikah. Last episode, Belle Cranel went into the dungeon, stayed with Rivera and Ice down at the same floor boss with, Uranus or something. The floor boss Ice defeated to level up to level 6. And staying down there, a second hidden mini-boss of sorts appeared in the same location, where Belle decided to fight the skeleton minotaur that appeared in the same boss room. So, yeah, he decided to fight it, and some of his armor pieces got destroyed in that fight. And his two blades, being the short wakizashi, I think, and the long katana he has, was both destroyed in the battle, with Belle still defeating the monster at the end. So, right now, Belle has his two weapons destroyed, some of his armor pieces, I think one of his shoulder plates, and some armor pieces on his arms was also destroyed in the battle, and the previous battle with Rivas caused him to lose the chest plate of Belle Cranel's original armor in Danmachi that he placed on his Sheikah outfit. That got destroyed beforehand, so Belle didn't have a lot of armor. Luckily for him, Belle survived, and he has returned up to the surface, but he is right now at the Loki familiar home. So yeah, that is mostly it what happened last episode, or part. So yeah, that's mostly it. So let's begin this one. We start off with Belle waking up in a different bed than he usually does. Sitting up at the side of the bed he was in, he remembered what happened last night. The battle with the skeleton minotaur and, him defeating it. Belle looks to the side where he placed his last armor pieces and his backpack with his minotaur horns. Two big minotaur horns. If you can remember Asteria's big red horns in the anime, yeah, that's the same kind of horns Belle got from the skeleton minotaur. Belle, seeing the minotaur horns laying at the foot of the bed, Bell grabbed his, items and everything else and went out of the room, not hearing some people walking around. Bell looked confused but looked at a window that was a little bit away down the hall to see the sun was very far up in the sky, meaning Bell has slept over from his usual time he wakes up. Bell just sighed at this and walks down the hallway, holding the Minotaur horns in a cloth, or the same cloth he had in the that he used to carry the blade of Udeus up to the surface, because in this universe, Ice didn't give the blade to the leader of Reveria. So Bell grabbed the cloth after he left, by the way, so he could carry the Minotaur horns. So after that, Bell took it and bited around his horn. The horns of the Minotaur horns, and carried them down from the room, having his backpack on and his sheath of his weapons where his handle and some few parts of the blades. Sorry about that. So Bell has his sheath in the I'm so sorry, someone's just playing loud music and I can hear it. I can't fully concentrate right now. Give me a moment. So, that's a little bit better. Bell has grabbed his horns and was walking down the hallway of the room he borrowed was at. Walking down the hallway and walking down the stairs, Bell reaches was walking down the stairwell when he ran into two people. This being Tyona and Tyone. Both of them looked over to find Bell while coming down the stairs. Oh, Mr. Ninja Guy. Really, Ninja Guy? You wanna call me that? Bell says, walking over to the two Amazons. Yeah, sorry about that. My sisters couldn't come up with a good name. Well, what should I name him? Exactly. Sheikah. That's a good nickname. But isn't that your clan's name? Well, the name of my clan. Yes. So a literal Sheikah is what I'm called. Nah, I'm gonna call you Ninja. Okay, that's fine. Anyways, do you know where I can get some food around here? Oh yeah, sure. Why though? I'm hungry and I actually want to get back home to inform Goddess Hylia about my exploits down in the dungeon, and inform her what happened. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, we can show you that, but Gareth wants to talk to you. He's actually going to the Hephaestus Familia. Oh, is he? Yeah, so if you need to come with, he can, he can ask Tsubaki if she knows about a smith. That is, the name's Croats, though. Huh. Yeah, I did meet Tsubaki, right? She's one-eye patch woman. Yeah, her. Oh, yeah, I did meet her. Uh, yeah, why not? I can go back home sooner. Wait, did Loki leave already? If she... Oh yeah, she left a while ago. You were asleep for a long time. We're actually going up to say... Well, try to wake you up. Oh. Well, sorry about that. I was kind of tired for yesterday. Nah, makes sense. Belle was, well, shown to where the eating hall was. Not many people was there right now, because everyone has already eaten, so Belle was shown where to get some food. And Belle paid for what he needed from the cafeteria. Or Belle paid the Loki family for some food. So he sat down at the table with Tyona and Tyone sitting beside her. Well, not beside him, but across from him. So I'm kind of curious. Go on. That Minotaur thing you fought, the skeleton one? Yeah, what about it? What was it like? Wait, what? Yeah, what was it like fighting it? I mean, punching, slashing. I mean, I broke my arm at one point. I think my shoulder dislocated. My shoulder dislocated and I kind of almost broke my arm, so that's one of the great things I did. You don't wanna... I don't know how to tell my stories in a fairy tale way, if you're gonna say that. Most of the things I've done and I've told you is gruesome. Right, you did tell us you did some quiet stuff. Yeah, I did. I'm not proud of it. I'm kind of horrified sometimes of what I can do. But what can you do? When you live a life as me, you kind of need to get used to be awful and live with it. Wow. That sucks. You can say that. But I still have some enjoyable moments in my life. I can say that much. Oh, what kind? Tyone asked with Belle. Why should I tell you? Oh, come on! You can't just tell us that you had a good part of your lives. We only know the bad kind. I don't think it's necessary. It would better knowing you, the good side of you, than the bad. Tyone and Tyona jumped of Eyes standing behind her. Well, behind them. Eyes! You scared us! Sorry, I was just coming back from training. I sit down at beside Tyona. From Belle, Tyona was in front of him with Tyone on her left. Well, on Belle's right with Tyone's left. And Eyes was on the left side, but that's Tyone's right. So when Eyes appeared, she's sitting on the right side of Tyona. What did you say? Belle asked, not fully hearing her. I said, it's better to know the good side of you than the bad side. Then we can get a better opinion of you than just your awful deeds. Belle stood there looking at her and sighed. Well, fine, whatever. I mean, yeah, you have a point there. Belle sighed and still continued eating. Well, I do have some few friends that's not part of my well, clan, if you can say that. Oh? Who are they? Well, they're sort of my friends, but also the friends of the princess. Well, the one I was guarding, at least. Then I became friends with them, but I did have one friend that I knew about. Well, I had I had two main friends back then. Uh, Princess. It needs to be something with Caesarea or mm, what's a name with it? Sora. Yeah, fuck it, Sora. Princess Sora was one of my good friends. Well, most of my life I have protected her, so of course she will know I was almost there all the time. So you have known the Princess of Hyrule? Well, yeah, the middle one, not the younger one. The younger one is, I think, right now around 14 years old. He's 2 years younger than, well, Sora. Sora. And I think the older brother right now is... I think he's almost in his 21. Almost. Probably 22, actually. More likely. The prince is likely 22 and almost gonna take over the kingdom from the king himself, but that will probably take some few more years. And the queen. Oh, so she has an older brother? Yeah, an older brother and a younger sister. I do know them and I do have protected both of them at some point in time. But mostly I was the bodyguard of Princess Sora. So, who's the other friend? Oh, his name was... Fuck, what did I name him again? His name was... His name was Mike. He was a good friend, and... He was a good friend to me, and I quite enjoyed his company a lot of the time when I had a break. And visit my, great aunt. Wait, what? She's a scientist and she had a way to reverse her age. But that was banned from the king, so she's the great aunt. Huh. When I go to visit my great aunt in a village I used to visit a lot until I started my royal duties. He was called the town's hero most of the time. Then he joined the royal guard and well, let's just say something happened. Oh, is he injured? Yeah, let's go with injured. But anyways, Mike had a friend named Luke. He was a smithy, actually. Oh, you have a smithy friend? Sort of a smithy friend, sort of a Michael's smithy best friend. I was just Mike's friend. But I did hang out with them a lot, so I kind of became friends with them. But Last 2 years when I was there, I didn't see, Luke. I named him, I did say, Luke the blacksmith and Mike the guard. Yeah, Luke the blacksmith and Mike the guard. That's what I'm gonna name them. Well, I didn't see Luke a lot the last 2 years I was there. It was kind of he was in the blacksmith royal guards. So he created armor and sword pieces, but I didn't see those two around each other a lot, at least the last 2 years. Anyways, that was the only friend I met through, well, Mike. Then I have Princess Sora's friends. That include the prince of, the little brother of the queen of the Sora people in my, part of Hyrule. She's the brother of him. Sorry about that, mic got cut off. There's the brother of the queen that came to live with the queen herself. He became the friend to Princess Sora. And through there I met him, and he's quite a good friend actually. I wouldn't say best friends, but still a good friend to talk to a lot of the time with some problems. Then we have the next boss of, we have the next in line to be boss of the Gorons. If his older brother passed away, in the sense. His name is Shinobu and Daruk. And Kolso. His name is Kolso. He's a giant rock person. Wait, what? Giant rock person? Yeah, the Gorons are a type of, is a race of rock people that is mostly, I actually think they're males, all of them, but no one actually knows what gender they are, so yeah, that's kind of a question. But he likes to be called he, so we just all think they're males. It's confusing if you meet one, I know. But they are a type of rock people that lives off eating rocks and sometimes food, but mostly they eat something called rock roast. Bell said. Well, he's a kind person. He's out with some battles when we had to fight some against some monsters. And he's a great ass shield, I can say you that. He will protect you no matter what. Oh, what about the king's ability? Well, the brother of the queen. Oh, he's a healing guy. He doesn't like to fight, but with a fucking great sword, oh my god, you better run. No, with a sword and shield, you better run from him. He will defeat you no matter what. Oh. And with the Goron, when he picks up a great sword, you better also run. Then we got the Ritos. The daughter of Rito's leader. His name is It's the little, it's the wind spirit, the tulip, I think. He is grown up. He has a daughter. He is the leader of the Rito's daughter. Is a good friend of, well, Princess Sora. 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 Sorry. So I've met her through her, and she's a kind and kind of arrogant Rito, I must say. But she do have a kind side towards the prince of this, well, the queen's brother of the Soras. Oh, she does? Yeah, but I don't know how they're doing right now. Then we have the last one, so-called friend. Her name is... her name is... Sorry if I went quiet, I don't know what to call her. Her name is... Fuck it, Harry Potter reference. Ginny. Her name is Ginny, and she's a... Well, I must say this. When she picks up a spear, you better fucking run. But she's also great with lightning and a bow. I see. She's a strong woman and a good friend to all that she knows. Well, I met all of them through Princess Sora. So, what is Princess Sora exactly like? She's a... Well, she's a free spirit, I must say that. She mostly takes after her father. She likes nature most of the time, so I had to travel with her for many hours out in the wilderness, looking at birds and everything else. But when I can say she can cast magic, she can cast it. Maybe light magic or sealing magic. She can do a lot, I must say. Belle says with a little blush on his cheeks. And she's quite skilled with a rapier, I must say. Oh? How so? Well, when she asked to spar with me a few times, she has defeated me some times in the past. So I would say she's very good with a sword. Oh, that's quite interesting, I says with a curious look. Yeah, that's mostly all of them. Oh, what about your siblings? Oh, I have a few siblings. I have around 2 older brothers and 1 older sister. Sorry if by the way, I'm cutting in. Sorry if I am telling things out of canon if I told this before, but I will make sure that you guys understand more Belle's past. Yes, Belle has siblings, she's not an only child. I think I have said this beforehand. Let's continue. I have 2 older brothers, 1 older sister. I have 1 younger sister. She's 1 year younger than me. I also have two twin brothers as well. And that's most, I think. I don't know if my mother have given birth to another. Oh. Yeah, so that's mostly it. You don't have many friends, I would say. Well, I do think I have a lot of friends, but they're mostly meeting through other people. So, yeah. Bell puts down the uh, utensils, he puts down the fork and knife he was holding after eating all of his food. Anyways, Bell picked the tray up and walked over to where he puts away the cup, the glass, and the plates. Fuck. Sorry, I almost forgot the word. He puts away forks and knives and his glass and fucking hell. Plates. He puts away the plates and everything else where they should be, where it needs to be, going to the kitchen and walks back. Anyways, I should probably get going. Oh, Gareth is waiting. Gareth is getting ready to go to the face this familiar. I think it's maybe in 5 minutes. Oh. Well, why not? I can go with him. I really need to meet this smith and some other things. Bell said. Maybe I'll swing by my home to grab some few things. I can come with you. I said, standing up. Oh, you don't have to, Ice. I want to. I want to see what you're, gonna, take with you. Oh. Okay, fine, I don't mind. Bell says, walking towards the entrance of the, manor. After, the 5 minutes went up and Gareth went out, he greeted Bell with a hearty laugh and Eyes followed with them. First, Bell, Gareth, and Eyes swing by the Starlight Garden and Bell picked up some few things and put away some other stuff. Bell grabbed the pieces of the other armor set and took the box with him with the Minotaur horns and his blades. Meaning Loki and Hylia, not Ryu because he had work. Bell explained he's going with Garrett and Eyes over to Hephaestus to find the smith that made the armor set. Bell also had grabbed a box he had with him for a long time. I forgot to mention, Bell had a box with something inside that no one has seen yet. So Bell walking out of the Starlight Garden waving Loki and, Hylia goodbye, walking with Gareth and Eyes, and Bell asked more about, he asked more about the captain of the Hephaestus Familia. Gareth, talked about her. Well, she's a bright, young lad with great talent in smithing. She also quite eager of getting rid of her upper parts. From her words, they get in the way of my work most of the time. Belle looked confused. Wait, she wants to cut them off? Nah, she wouldn't do that. Most likely, if she could, give it away to someone that needs them. She don't want them, so why should she need them? She actually told me that once. Belle looked at it confused that the person wanted to get rid of her boobs. Want to get rid of her boobs because of smithing. By the way, I'm not fucking lying. That's in the actual story. I'm not lying here. She actually wants to get rid of them. So Belle hearing this about Tsubaki, I remember it now, Tsubaki. After hearing about Tsubaki, Belle gets a little more nervous about the woman. She was not, I think, if I remember correctly, she was not kind to Belle when Belle first met her. After some few minutes of walking, they reached the Hephaestus familiar home. Gareth walked in to, meeting one of the members that showed him eyes and Gareth towards Tsubaki and Hephaestus. They was right now doing some paperwork inside of, Hephaestus' office. Walking in, Tsubaki and Hephaestus looked up to see, Gareth. Gareth, do you need some new stuff? I'm just here to check up on the order we ordered last time. Yeah, I see. They're on their way, don't worry about it, but a few things needed to be changed about it. I see, just inform me of what it is, that's all I need. But that's not what I'm mostly here for. Belle walked in. By the way, Belle is in his civilian's outfit, the one on the left side of the screen. Belle walks in and stood in front of Hephaestus and, Tsubaki. Oh, Mr. Tsukuyomi. Just Belle, goddess Hephaestus. Hephaestus nodded. How can we help you? Well, I'm just here to get some, few things from a member of yours. If I'm correct, his name is, Protso. The two women looked at him in surprise. And what do you need from him? Oh, Belle walked over and placed the box in front of them. I got into a battle and my armor pieces kinda got, destroyed, and, I bought his set, but I modified it with, the ones that's painted are mine, the white ones are, the ones I didn't choose because I don't need to replace them. Belle showed off the pieces he didn't choose to wear. I see, so you want his armor set? Yeah, if he can rebuild it, and Belle picks out his shoulder plates of his Sheikah set. And, forge a new one of these, if he can. Then that will be fine with me. But Belle placed his, took out his short sword and handed it over to Hephaestus. I also need to get a new blade. She looked confused and pulled it out, showing, what happened to your blade? Well, I got into a fight with a unique monster that destroyed them in the battle. They were quite old, so yeah, it should have happened at one point. Luckily for me, the handle's fine. I can see that much, Hephaestus said, looking at the blade. So you need wealth to build your new gear, huh? Tsubaki says, looking over Belle's pieces he needs to replace. Yeah, forge a new armor set and everything else. And rebuild my weapons if he can with. Bell puts the Minotaur horns on the table, shocking her faces, and oh my god, that's the Minotaur skeleton's horns! Tsupaki grabbed one of the horns and looked at them with happiness. Yeah, that's the creature I fought. You fought the skeleton Minotaur? That hasn't been seen for many years, not until Susanara. Yeah, I want those to be the blades I want him to make. This stopped the two women and Tsubaki looked at him in surprise. You want wealth to make this? Yeah, I quite enjoy his work. It's light stuff and kind of match the style I'm going for. But they're unique blades. Why do you not want to get a more experienced smith? Oh, it's mostly because, well, I only want one smith to learn the secrets of my clan, so he can forge the blades and armor set for me. No one else should know about these. And I only got permission to show one person. And I like his, armor set. Bell says, pointing at, the armor set in the box. So, yeah, I want him to make it. I see. Well, he can make the armor set, and the armor set with the Sheikah style if you have the, forging methods. I do. But it also needs someone to help him that's experienced. Hephaestus looked up at this, but only showing a person. Hephaestus to get it. So you want me to help him? Yes. That's kind of a loophole I can do here. You are a master smith and can teach him, right? Yes, but that will cost a lot No, I want him to forge it. I just want you to help him teach the style, not forge the armor set yourself. Oh. Hephaestus thought about it. Well, I am almost done with the paperwork for this month. And I also need to, get the old forge up and running. Why not? I haven't actually seen the Sheikah style papers before, so I don't mind seeing them and try to learn from them. Bell nodded at this. Well, that's quite interesting, I must say, Gareth said. Well, what is? Bell says, looking at Gareth. Your clan only wants one smith to see it, but a loophole is the goddess of smithing is, the one that probably helped create smithing. So that is quite a good loophole. She's not a person, she's a goddess. Yeah. Smart kid. Thank you, Mr. Gareth. Anyways, that's all for me now. I should better go. So you coming with? I think I'm gonna stay here. Oh, alright then. Gareth says, waving at them. I better get that report sent to me, Sabaki. I will send it. I can go to my office, she says, walking out. Oh, I'm sending Welf over as well, Lady Hephaestus. Thank you, Sabaki. She walks out with Gareth in front, and both of them left the room. Now, can I see the paper so I can understand the style of the Sheikah armor and weapons? Bell nodded and opened the box that he brought with him. 2 papers were in it and Bell handed it over. One of them is the armor set, one of them are the weapons. They are copies, not the original, by the way. Hephaestus opens the paper and looked through it and how it was made. I see, so... I get it. After a few minutes of talking with Bell and mostly Bell, someone knocks at the door. Come in. A young man opens the door and walks inside of the room. He had red hair and a kind of black how do I describe Welf as yeah, you know it's Welf. Welf walked in and stood in front of Hephaestus. You called for me? Yes, Welf, I did. Meet Bell Chikromi here. Welf looked at Bell with a look. Hello. Hello there. Bell here has asked, for you to help him out for something. Look, if it's about the armor piece. Well, it's about the armor. Welf stopped himself after hearing Hephaestus interrupting him. The armor? Welf looked at some of the armor pieces in the box. Holy shit, that is my armor. Yeah, I kind of enjoyed your armor piece, but sorry for repainted over it. It's just, Bell picked out his shoulder plates armor. It's just that this is my usual armor look, so... To not counter how it looks, I kind of painted it. The pieces that's still the original color is the pieces I didn't use, because I already had them. Welf looked at it with surprise. Oh, okay. Well, it's surprising to meet someone that actually wants to buy my armor set. Well, yes, but I also want to order a special kind of armor set from you. What? Bell here is from a clan far away in a land called Hyrule. He's something called a Sheikah, and he has a special kind of armor set that can be forged in a special way. But his clan has only permissioned him to show one person how to make the armor set. But luckily for Bell here, there's a person that one person can only see it. I'm a goddess, so that kind of is a loophole. Bells wants you to forge it, but wants me to help, teach you how to make it. You want me to... I want you to forge the same kind of set that you made, but in the Sheikah style. Yeah, I can probably forge that for you. And Hephaestus picked up one of the, skeleton minotaur horn. Bell wants his weapons repaired, making a new blade but keeping the handle. He wants you to make the blade for him. Hephaestus says, showing Welf the handles of Bell's blades. Oh, that sucks. What kind of blades are they? They're in the Sheikah style, so they're quite durable. The blades of the handles lasted for 5 years without being replaced. Strong blades, I must say. But unluckily for me, they broke in the worst time possible in the battle. But it had it coming, Bell says. But I want the Minotaur horns here to be made into the blades of my weapons. Maybe even 2 short blades I can have, Bell said in curiosity. Maybe. So, for the last few next days, I will, teach you how to make this. I quite understand how it can be made, Hephaestus says, showing Welf the papers. Welf looked at it in amazement. Wow. Wait, you really trust me with this? But I wanted to find a smith that could understand. And sure enough, your work is more... wasn't stylish or useless in a sense. Your armor set was forged with care of the user that will use it. That's why I wanted your hands to make the blades and the armor set. Welf looked at him in surprise and then, fine, I will see what I can do. Thank you then. But I have a request then. What is it? Can I please join your party down in the dungeon? You want to join my what? Bell and Eyes, hearing Welf's request, looked surprised. I've tried to team up with some few people in my familia, but no one wants to, and it's quite hard to find people you can trust down below. Well, my goddess is a good friend of Hephaestus, so yeah, I do not mind. But I do have a second party member. I need to ask her first. I will come with an answer when you're finished with my armor set and blades. Don't keep me waiting then. Don't worry. I will tell you as soon as possible. But most likely you will probably come with us. Bell smiled and Welf that smiled back. Thank you. No problem. Bell walked over to the door of the, Hephaestus' office and said, well, I better be off. Ice, are you coming? Yes. Welf actually noticed Ice was there. Oh, the sword princess! Yeah, we're friends. Anyways, thank you, Welf. Both of them walked out with Welf staring at the door when it was closed. Was she here the whole time? Yes, didn't you see her? She was right beside Belle the whole time. No, I mostly focused on Belle. Oh. Well, anyways, let me teach you how to make this. She walks over and picked up a hammer and opens the secret door into her forge. Come on in, Welf. Let me teach you how to make this. And I'm gonna take a break. See you later. I'm back from the break. After Belle and Ice left the Hephaestus familiar home, Belle and Ice split up at a crossroad where Belle went towards his house, the Starlight Garden, and eyes went to the Loki Familia home afterwards. After Bell arrived at his home, he walked in with a little tired in his, limbs because, well, he has, gotten not a lot of sleep, a lot because he got home very late, and he hasn't gotten a lot of food, eaten. Well, he did get breakfast from the Loki Familia, but he didn't buy a lot. So when Bell got home and walked inside, he found, Hylia and Lily going over some few things in the living room. "Hello, goddess. Lily," Bell said, walking towards them. "Ah, Belle, it's good to see you." Hylia spoke to Belle with a smile on her face. "Now, I've heard some few things from Loki when she was here 30 minutes ago." "Oh, I missed her. Then. Yeah. It's about... Yes, the skeleton minotaur you fought." Bell nodded and explained the whole story about, him fighting it and his armor pieces and his weapons. "Ah, so Hephaestus is right now teaching one of her members that build your armor set. The previous armor set he made." "Yeah, he's building a new armor set for me that looks more like a Sheikah armor, and is right now forging new blades for my weapons." "That is quite interesting." "Wait, did you say Wolf Crutzo? You mean the magic sword maker?" Lily says, with Belle kind of nodding. "Yeah, I've heard of that from a book I wrote. I've heard about the Crutzo, so I knew who he was. But I don't really mind, and I don't actually like magic swords." "You don't? But they're very expensive and really good money makers." "Lily, it looks like he doesn't like making them, even though he didn't said it because he got interrupted. I think it's fine he doesn't like to make magic swords. People do what they have to do. It seems like he doesn't like to make magic swords a lot." "I mean, yeah, you got a point," Lily says with a sigh in her lips. Belle walked over and sat down. "Anyways, I think I need an update, goddess." "Yes, we can do that in a few minutes. And Ryu will be back soon. By the way." "Oh, that sounds great. How about the money I brought back and the crystal? Have you, sent it over to the guild?" "Yes, I walked with it earlier. I talked with the, advisor you have and got the money. It's around 20,000 Valis." "Excuse me, did you say 20,000 Valis for that crystal?" Belle said in shock. "Yeah, the crystal of the minotaur skeleton is 20,000 Valis." "Oh, wow." Belle said with a shock at finding out how much it was worth. "So we got a lot from it." "Yeah. Yes, we got. So did you brought the horns back?" "Nope, gonna turn them into weapons." "Oh, come on. She said it was like 100,000 Valis." "Lily, I need new blades, and those horns, I think destroyed... Those horns destroyed a blade that was made by the, dungeon itself, and those blades were very fucking strong. So I'm turning those horns into blades." "Fine, if you say so." Belle smiled at Lily. "Thank you for understanding." Oh yeah, that Smith that's making my armors and blades. Yeah, he's probably gonna go with us in the dungeon. Wait, what? Lily says with shock. Yeah, he seems like a kind man. And if we get a Smith, we can get you some new armor. I don't need new armor. Lily, you're wearing rags. We can probably get you some new armor pieces that will protect you more. Yeah, okay. Lily sighed at that, but Belle smiled at her. Don't worry. We will get something you will like. Fine. Belle smiled and relaxed for a few minutes after Lily and Hestia got done, scribbling what they have to give to their taxes for a month. Belle had to do some his own paperwork, but it was like 2 or 3 papers of things he needs to approve because he's the captain of the Hestia Familia. So, after a few minutes, Hestia went up to the Belle and Hestia went up to Hestia's office, and Belle went in. He's sitting in a Japanese style, by the way, when he's sitting on the floor. Belle sits in that style, the normal way a Japanese person sits, and had his shirt off when Hestia, or Hylia, updated his status. Let's see. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, that's quite interesting. Hestia put back the Falna on Belle's back and took a paper from her desk, put it on Belle's back, and used her magic to, write the ink. The ink from Belle's blessing on the paper and sealed it away. Here you go, Belle. And Belle looked at the paper and saw Belle Cranel, level 1 to 2. Stats: strength, energy, mind, and all the rest from speed or agility is 900 or 1001. Strength is 999. And magic is 899. And durability is 1001. So all the stats were around 800 to 1000 points. Wait, how did I break the limiter? That's not supposed to happen. From my understanding, I have no idea. Maybe it's a different limiter from Hylians? But this are not supposed to make sense. I know, Belle, but we have to accept it. I don't think Belle in this world would have Realis phrase. Or he did, but it's kind of... some part of it is inactive. Okay, if I haven't said it, I think I will say... he does have Realis freeze. All Bells have Realis freeze. But in this one, some part of it is inactive. Like, Excelia boost is inactive. But Bell still grows faster because his level, or his Falna wants to reach what his level actually is in his body. So it's mostly that he goes more further down and killing more stronger monsters than just him getting more boosted Excelia from Realis Freeze. So Bell has it, but it's more all inactive, except for the limiter boost where he can break the limit, and God resistant, so he's resistant to all charms and everything else. So Bell is pretty good, but he's not canon version good. Because that was a month and a half. I've said it was 2 months since Bell arrived in the dungeon. Because, yeah, he arrived when the Loki Familia went off. Well, a day or two before the Loki Familia went off. He was doing the dungeon for around 2 weeks. Then he met Loki in that 2 weeks. Then the shenanigans happens. That took some few days. That also took a week. And then a few days has passed also. I think I've made a mistake along the way, but I would say 2 months has passed before Bell leveled up at the same time as Eyes. Or Bell arrived before the Loki Familia left. No, he arrived 2 days before they left, then he met Loki, and it took... Fuck. I'll say it's been 2 months. If I'm wrong, I'm fucking sorry. So Bell has leveled up to level 2 after 2 months. Or a month, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, Bell has leveled up in a month, in that one. So Bell has leveled up in a month and a half in the original canon as well. Not because of Realis Freeze, mostly because of his Falna wants to reach the level his body is. So after that, Bell walked downstairs with Goddess Hylia to tell Lily that was there. Shocking Lily and happy that Bell leveled up. But one issue is, with Bell leveling up, his strength and everything else is also faster somehow. And, well, Bell needs to, start getting used to be a level 2. Right now, Bell is in the yard striking a mannequin with a wooden sword. But Bell strikes the mannequin from a head strike from above towards the right side of Bell, down to the left side of the mannequin, or the left side of the mannequin to the right side. Strike it, but the wooden sword, training sword he was using, broke and the tip hit Bell's head. Bell stood there in anger and threw the wooden sword away into a pile of 5s that was in the ground. Ugh! God, it's hard to do this! I have never done this, so I don't know what to do! Bell talking to himself and realizing it said, "Oh my god, I think I'm going crazy." Bell sighed and walked over to another, wooden sword that was there. And picking it up, starting to breathe when, "Do you need help?" Bell turned around to see Ryu, standing there. "Oh, Ryu." She walked forward with a smile. I've heard for Hylia, you leveled up. Yeah, I have, and it's harder than I thought it would be to get used to this. I've understand I have a level 3 body with a 2-time boost that a little bit helped me out. I think if my Falna reaches my body's actual level, it started to help me boost, but right now, the limited boost I get is kind of throwing off everything. Alright then. Ryu picked up a training sword and, well, took the mannequin and put it away. Let's spar. Huh? No magic, no skills, no smoke. Just sword to sword play. Fine. Bell took a wooden sword. It's a normal European sword, not a Japanese sword or a katana looking weapon. Ryu holding the same kind of thing. After a few seconds, both of them moved ahead and started to strike, well, near each other. Bell went in for a low cut up to her left shoulder from Bell's side, Ryu blocking the weapon before it could come near, and then, well, making sure that the tip of the blade strikes towards Bell. Bell getting his weapon up to his middle, strikes the blade backwards, and then striking forward with a bunch of cuts. Ryu does the same, blocking every single strike of Bell's. Bell's movement was kind of off for a few minutes of the sparring. But after like 5 minutes, Bell started to, well, move his normal kind of movement, but more faster, and, well, the strikes went better and harder with the strikes. It took Bell 15 minutes before him and Ryu stopped in the middle with some few bruises on their skin. And Bell slumping over landing on the backside of, well, not flipping over. He breathed hard and then leaned back and then landed his back on the ground and just thanked Ryu. Thank you, Ryu, for the help. No problem, Bell. Ryu walked over, breathing as calmly as he can. It's good to see you understand what you need to do. Yeah, I don't need to fight mannequins. I need to fight something that moves so I can understand my movement. There we go. Thank you. No problem. Ryu helped Bell up and walked towards the mansion. Also, Goddess Hylia is making, well, a Sheikah dish of some kind. I don't know what. Ooh! Bell turned around with a heavy smile. I want to know. Bell rushed into the house and Ryu smiled at this. A good friend of hers is, well, a good friend of hers is smiling, so she's happy that he's happy. Walking into the house, Ryu closed the door from the backyard. And that is it from this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Good morning, goodbye, farewell. See you later. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. And the week's votes are up. You have a few more days until I make the video. Bye-bye. And leave a comment.